Welcome, this is your Option Monster Volatility Sonar Report. From the floor of the CBOE, this is Jamie Tyrrell with Group 1 Trading. Well, the entire market yesterday was looking forward to President Obama's speech. The speech was pretty light on details, didn't really move the market too much. Basically a more or less nonpartisan, talking about hope for the future of America. Not a lot of details on the TARP or on the housing bailout or anything that would really change the assumptions of the market generally. What we did have was a very poor existing home sales number come out this morning. And that has really been a weight on the market. Existing home sales were down over 5%, and the market has given back a lot of its gains from yesterday. We're down about 15 on the S&P 500 right now, after having a big rally yesterday of about 3.5%. So in terms of trading, we talked yesterday about how downside puts in all of our back months were getting less and less volatility. People were assigning less and less probability to a settlement around 35 or 30 or anywhere in there. Well, towards the end of the day, the other shoe dropped on that trend. While the downside was getting hit down, the upside really got pushed up towards the close yesterday. There were two big orders that really moved the market, really just took people out of the way and changed everybody's entire upside curves. The biggest order was the April 70 calls. Heading into about the last half hour of trading, those were about 70 at 85 cents. And then a customer came in electronically and just started paying the 85 offer. They paid up to 90 cents, and then finally, after they bought all of the Pitts liquidity at 85, all of the Pitts liquidity at 90, a 95 bid popped on the screen for 10,000. It was on the screen for about 2 seconds, and somebody lined up and took the other side. So what you saw was, in all, 13,000 upside calls in April traded on the 70 strike, which hadn't had a lot of open interest to date. There's a lot of open interest on those April 60s from a buyer about a month ago, but the 70s is pretty new to the game. So they paid up to 95 cents, and everybody's curves just went bidding up the upside, taking down the downside even more. As that was happening, there was a concurrent buyer in March also buying the 70s in a bit smaller number. They were paying 55 cents for the March 70s, a bit shorter term bet, so a bit less premium that they paid for those, but still a very high volatility on the upside, a higher one that we'd been pricing at the time. So everything comes up. The 60s come up, the 75s come up. And so that was the full vision of what happened yesterday. Downside, yes, it got smacked in the morning, but upside, especially near-term upside, really caught a bid into the afternoon. A lot of people making bets on higher VIX numbers. 70 isn't a number that we've seen a lot of action on, but that's the number that we got a lot of trading on yesterday. Today the trading's been pretty light. Volatility is mostly where it was yesterday, ticking up a little bit of buyers on the March 50s. Nothing really on the extreme upside or extreme downside right now. That's what we got going on here. Check back for more. Jamie Tyrrell, Option Monster.
Folks, if you watch Jamie Tyrrell present great information about the VIX every day, information that can help you make money, and you want to understand more about it, well, you should consider coming to our Invest Like a Monster conference in New York City, Saturday, March 7th. It'll be a fantastic event. We've got Mark Fisher, one of the biggest energy traders in the world. Mark normally charges $2,500 for a one-day event. Mark Fisher is one of the headliners at this event. We've got my brother, Pete Najarian from Fast Money. We've got Guy Adami from Fast Money. We've got Vince Farrell from Soleil Securities. I'm going to be there. This is going to be one of the biggest events in New York City. It's going to be Saturday, March 7th at the Sheraton, and I can't encourage you enough, folks, if you've always wanted to learn more about the VIX, if you want to learn more about options, how to position yourself to make money in bull markets, bear markets, whatever, this is an event you really should not miss. I know I sound like a salesman there, but it's $149. Folks, the one we did here in Chicago sold out in 2 weeks, so make sure you don't miss out. There is limited seating available, and there is no upselling. We're not going to get you into the room and then say, well, you can't get out of the room until you buy a $5,000 seminar or a $10,000 seminar. We're going to give you solid all-day information from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, so you can mix and mingle with the folks that you've been listening to all day. All of that only at the Invest Like a Monster Conference in New York City, Saturday, March 7th. We hope to see you there.